I'm looking for the 79th chapter in the Bible. It's Exodus 29. I'm looking for a certain word. I'm looking for the word congregation, and I'm wanting this word to be repeated so that it's not a coincidence. We're looking for the word congregation in Exodus chapter 29. Is it a coincidence? Or does the Bible have a divine author? Is he a God of order? How does the universe run? Is it a bunch of cosmic pieces he just jumped up and threw out like abstract art? Now, let's check some tougher examples. Here's priesthood or priest office. And again, there's your English equivalent. I've broken it up into numbers. Let's move quickly. If we add it up, it has a numerical value of 80. Okay, where's the 80th chapter in the Bible? We're taking 50 from Genesis. We're taking 30 from Exodus. We're in the 80th chapter. What word are we looking for? No, we have two words. It means priesthood or priest office. It means 80. We go to the 80th chapter in the Bible. Notice how very exact it is. Again, it says priest office. Okay, you're a skeptic. You're a hardhead. You have 16 degrees and you need convinced. Okay, I'll have some more. Here's pure gold. We have two terms, two words. It comes from a Hebrew word. This Hebrew word only has two letters. That A is added, that vowel is added for pronunciation. There's your pay, it's equal to 80. There's your zayin, it's equal to 7. You can find this in Bullinger's book on Numbers in Scripture. You can find it at the local library. What does pure gold have for a value? 87. Where's the 87th chapter in the Bible? It's Exodus chapter 37. Do you want to bet a steak dinner that it's going to be there? I think I'll trust in the good book because I've already looked in 400 chapters in the Bible. Now, if you're not convinced that the terms pure gold were there by design, you need to look at the rest of the chapter. I couldn't get it all on the same transparency. So let's get real serious with it. Here's another term. Two words that mean take up. The terms take up, here's their English equivalent. There are your four letters equal to it. We add it up. Now we're in another book in the Bible, 141st chapter. Takes us all the way to Numbers chapter 24. What two words are we looking for? We're looking for something that says take up. I went to the 141st chapter, which happens to be Numbers chapter 24, and twice it says that Balaam took up his parable. Also notice, in this particular chapter, it is the first appearance, now we're back to our subject, of the word advertise in the Bible. Twice in the book of Revelation, we're warned about two doctrines that Jesus hated. The doctrine of the Nicolaitans, that's the word Nike and laity put together, meaning someone who rules over the laity. They rule over the laity by their high education. He also warned about the doctrine of Balaam and said it would become a stumbling block. Again, what did we do? We proved that the term take up could be found in the 141st chapter. Actually, Balaam himself, the equivalent, the numerical equivalent of his name is 142. And of course, the 142nd chapter is Balaam's prophecy. Now, let's see how close to home we can come with this Old Testament word. The term Satan only appears in the Old Testament a couple times. It is very rare in the Old Testament. Only a few times. Please remember that. I didn't know that Satan had a number. The preachers in the churches I attended 35 years forgot to tell me that Satan had a number. This is his own exclusive number. I was not aware of it. His number is 359. It means adversary or to resist, or it can actually be translated straight Satan. It consists of three simple Hebrew letters. The Shin has a numerical equivalent of 300. Again, the Teth, one of the two Hebrew letters for a T, always has a value of 9. The N is pronounced Nun in Hebrew. It always has a value of 50. We add them up. It's very simple math. Grade school kids could do this without a computer. What do we have? 359. Do you want to see the first verse? In the 359th chapter in the Old Testament, where the word Satan is very rare, I had to go to 1 Chronicles to find the 359th chapter. The first verse says, and Satan stood up against Israel to provoke David to number. Curious coincidence, the word number. And of course, if you're a good Bible student, you will remember the story. A lot of people died. Now, I have a question for you. Why do you take your hard-earned money and support the powers that be and the dark forces and the Illuminati and the New World Order and give them all your money on the 359th day of the year?
Come on now, tell the truth.
Because it's just the same word. That guy in that little red suit, it's the same letters. Two letters are in juxtaposition on the 359th day of the year. Why do you give your money to support the opposition? Someone knows about this deep, dark code. They've been using it for a very long time. We're coming up with another example. Two words. It says, use witchcraft. And it says that this term is equal to 400. I didn't know that witchcraft had a number. The next time I'm in New York, I go up there once a year. I can't wait to look at the street addresses. I'm going to be looking for building 359 and building 400. Wait till I go to D.C. Wait till I go to L.A. I've got some new numbers to look for. We have two words, use witchcraft. Do you think they'll be there? Let's go to 2 Chronicles chapter 33. It is the 400th chapter inside the Bible. Two words, use witchcraft. What happens in 2 Chronicles chapter 33? Manasseh begins to rule. He does that which is evil in the sight of the Lord. And what happens? He used witchcraft. Now, there's much, much more we could say about this incredible Bible code. Stan's wanting to bring it out in a lecture devoted just to this code alone. I've already run 400 chapters. It's always there. Would you like to know what's in chapter 666? There are amazing things you can find out. This code turns the Bible into its own self-defining dictionary. You do not have to ask some theologian. You do not have to ask some great preacher, because the Bible is meant for the laity to understand with him doing the leading. So, we are planning in the fall to come up with a lecture devoted just to this Bible code. So, let us know if you're interested, because we will bring much, much more on this subject.